What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about how I went from a 1999 Volkswagen Jetta to a supercar. I'm inside my dream car and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did it. Just like that. We got the top down. And honestly, this car just sounds so good. Let's do a cold start. Take it for a quick little spin. I don't know what the I started on this channel with my Audi to a BMW to now the Corvette, and who knows what the next steps will be. Now, before you guys start getting rattled up about how this is not a supercar,
oh, it's only America's supercar, it's a sports car,
you know what? Let me know in the comment section whether you think the Corvette C7 is a sports car, a high-end sports car, America's supercar. But to me, in my heart, this is my supercar. Who am I to complain? I'm someone that came from a poor family, poor country. Growing up, my family didn't even have a car. We had to walk to school. We took the subway, the bus. On top of that, I didn't even grow up with parents. I pretty much had every single disadvantage you can be given. This is just motivation. This is not to make you feel bad. If you guys are new to this channel and you like this kind of content, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithms. Also, I want to know how many car guys there are on my channel. Let me know what kind of car you have. Drop your cars down in the comment section. After you drop your car, drop your dream car. We're gonna start off with my very first car, which was a 1997 BMW. This car was a complete write-off. I actually managed to haggle the guy down to $200 and I had to pay $50 for towing. Keep in mind, this was back in the day when towing was actually affordable. So in total, I paid $250 for this car, and I thought I was gonna buy it, flip it, fix it up, and then sell it, but it turned out to be more work than I thought it would be, and I ended up just selling it to a company who collects scrap metal. So I sold it to them for 500 bucks, and I made a total of $250 profit for my first car. Now, my second car was a Volkswagen Jetta, and at the same time that I purchased a Volkswagen, I also purchased an Infiniti. The Volkswagen Jetta I ended up purchasing for $1,400 and I sold for $2,900. The 2000 Infiniti I purchased for $1,100 and I sold for $2,500. When I sold both those cars, I finally upgraded to a BMW that actually drives. And that was a 2001 BMW that I purchased for $1,500 and I ended up selling that for $3,200. Keep in mind, when I had this BMW, I actually felt like king of the world. I thought it was the nicest car ever. After that, I bought a Cadillac CTS, which cost me $1,400. It had a few problems, but I ended up spending $500 on repairs. And I ended up selling this car for $4,000. Keep in mind, a lot of these cars that I bought and sold, I bought in one part of the country, which was in Toronto. Cars were a lot cheaper in Toronto at that time. I would drive them all the way out west. I ended up loving my 2003 Cadillac so much that I actually ended up getting a newer one, a 2006 Cadillac that I ended up buying for $3,000, and I ended up selling that for $5,500. And I sold that car all the way in Alberta and I bought it all the way in Toronto. After that, I ended up moving to Montreal and I bought a 2007 Volkswagen Jetta for $1,200. And I ended up getting a trade offer for something that I thought was too good to be true. It was for a 2009 Pontiac G6. It also turned out that that Volkswagen was really cheap because it was a rebuild title, and I had no idea till it was too late. And it turned out that their Pontiac G6 was starting to have a little bit of troubles, so he probably thought he was ripping me off with his Pontiac G6 that had a few problems, but it was only a $100 repair. I got lucky because I ended up selling that Pontiac G6 for $2,500. After that, I bought a Dodge Charger. I ended up selling that car for $3,900. Finally, I bought my Audi, which I made a video of, and I ended up paying $2,800. I did most of the repairs on that myself, so it was basically free, and I ended up selling that car for $5,500. And then my next car after selling my Audi was my BMW, which I did record some content with it, and I paid $9,000 for my BMW, and I got lucky. I ended up selling that for $14,500. I just sold the 2014 BMW. I'm gonna say goodbye to it. She could drive off with it. Goodbye. Taking my car. Yeah, take your car. Let's
gone.
And the only reason why the price jumped so much on that BMW was because it was during COVID, and during that time used car prices actually skyrocketed, so I got pretty lucky with that deal. So my total profit from all 10 of those cars ended up being $20,250. With that money, it helped me buy the car I'm in right now. Yeah, I took baby steps. I started flipping cheap and affordable cars, and I started trying to double or make at least $1,000 or a couple $100. I would buy those cheap cars and then I would sell it for a little more than what I paid for, and I kept repeating the process. I slowly kept upgrading cars. Also keep in mind that I always bought used cars and I sold them used. I took care of them and I enjoyed every single one of those cars. Every time I upgraded and got a newer car, a better car, it was an amazing feeling because I felt accomplished. If you're someone who just constantly buys new cars, that just means you're someone who's constantly losing money. Once you drive off that lot, your car instantly loses at least 30% of the car value, unless you buy a collector's car like a Ferrari or something that's rare. And now that I accomplished this goal, like I have a new goal. Like I'm gonna hopefully one day sell this car, make some nice profit, upgrade to an even better car. If I'm smart, I can actually use this car to my advantage and use it to build a better network. I could rent this car. I actually posted this car up for sale and there's already someone telling me, hey, can I rent this car out? To be honest, I don't want a complete stranger using and abusing it. So I know a lot of people are gonna say a lot of it is luck. I landed the perfect prices. I got lucky with what I paid for. But at the end of the day, if you're not putting in that work, if you're not out there looking for the best deals, you're not gonna get lucky. I personally see it as hard work. I had to literally save and grind and work hard. But I also noticed that people that work the hardest tend to get a lot more luckier than people that don't. Set a goal. I don't care if it's a house, if it's a car, if it's money in your bank, if it's to pay off your debt, it's to finish school. I want you guys to set a goal, and I don't care how long it takes to accomplish that goal. I want you guys to focus on that goal and do whatever it takes to complete that goal. Just the fact that I'm in this car, just the fact that I could sit in here and record a video in here working towards something, wanting something so bad, and then finally having it. I want you guys to feel that same thing. One thing I do want to say about cars, I feel like no matter what, cars will always go up in value. Unless you just drive the crap out of your car and it's one of your daily drivers that you're just going to use and abuse, and of course that car will not go up in value. But if you buy a car and it's a collector's car and it's something that's kind of rare, just remember that there will always be inflation. It is almost impossible to avoid inflation. That's because of the monetary system that we live in. Thanks to the monetary system, everything around you will always go up in value. Houses will always go up in value, and same with cars. They will always continue to go up in value. And that's why I bought this car, because I have a very good feeling that this car will continue to go up in value, especially if the world starts to move to EV, electric vehicles. Cars like this will be more rare. So I hope you guys enjoy this content and I hope you guys learn from it. And honestly, I hope it inspires you to get your dream car. So don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that notification bell if you're new here, and smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.